Hey, what's up everyone? This is Morey from the Performance Lab of California. We're going to do another breakdown here today. We're going to do it of Hunter Greene, pitcher. He just got drafted by the Reds. He's actually a member of the factory. He's come into the lab a couple times. Overall, I'd have to say with Hunter, there's a couple things that stand out that just, I think, make him have the capabilities of throwing as hard as he can. One, his scapular positioning is just phenomenal. He has a really strong scapula, strong shoulder, and from an anatomical perspective, it's just so well aligned with how and where it's supposed to be. The other part of what makes him such a unique athlete is his ability to have good mobility within all of his joints, as well as still have a lot of strength and tensegrity or tension within the muscles surrounding his joints. So that kind of uniqueness is another thing about him that I think really helps him become the athlete that he is. But I also want to show you from a mechanical perspective what are some great things that he's able to do. So I love the front view here because one of the things that I think is just really phenomenal about Hunter. I mean, I look at Hunter's throw all the time because we got some video in the lab. But when he's going and he's throwing, you can see how he does a great job of going through the motion and really not opening up his hips too soon. Okay, so he's able to keep his body weight going towards the mound, and then when he does decide to open up his hip, it's a very, very, I guess, kind of aggressive movement. Okay, so it just opens it up, and that it becomes in the hips. Once he starts opening up, everything else starts to come around very, very quickly. And I think that hip power and the ability to get such a strong rotation in the hip is something that's very rare, and also something that makes him able to throw as hard as he does. And you can see too, as he's transitioning onto that front leg, a lot of times what we see is that the hip tends to go this way, instead of being able to be nice and stable here and allow all your weight to transfer on it. And how he does that is by having that really good, strong front knee, and also being able to move that front knee kind of to the outside as he's coming through with that throw. So see how he's landing there, very stable front hip, and then he transitions his knee outward and delivers the ball. So that from a lower body perspective, I think is crucial in what makes him able to throw as hard as he's able to throw. Going into the side view, we've got in the lab here. Now, when we're looking at the side view, I think what really stands out is his ability to keep a lot of his weight back. Okay, so when he's going down and he's loading onto that back leg, Now we'll take a look from the side view, and what stands out from this view is when he's going through the pitch, he does a great job of keeping a lot of his weight back. I'm trying to tell you guys, keep more of your weight onto the outside part of that back leg as you're going down and kind of bending that knee, so then you could have a stronger transition forward, and that's what it seems like he does a very good job of doing. And then when he lands with that front leg, he still has a good amount of range of motion to go with his hips and with his trunk. Okay, so and he uses all of that as well. So it's great to be able to have it, but also being able to implement into the throw, I think, is very important. So he's going to continue to transfer his body weight forward, and you can see that he gets so far into that actual throw, and he gets a lot of trunk flexion. Let's go do a different one here. So as he's going and he's delivering the ball, he's going and totally bending over with that trunk. So he has a lot of range of motion in this hip to be able to come all the way forward and get that forward bend. And I think that trunk flexion, you could see, from the point that he's landing, how much further he goes before he releases the ball, really gives him that elite ability to generate a lot of force. So I think that's another key thing to accomplish, and how he accomplishes that. I think there's a couple different ways. One is that he's able to, he's tall is one thing, and then he's also able to, get a really strong push off of that back leg right before he begins that transition forward with his trunk. But I think there's a lot of different ways to actually achieve that. That strong trunk flexion, that ability to really bend forward, and also that ability to kind of keep that weight back. You can bend a little bit more in the knees. You could have a little bit more contralateral tilt within the hips. There's different things that you can do to achieve the ability to land with that front leg and still have a good amount of force in kind of going backwards, rather than landing with that front leg and already having so much weight kind of distributed forward. I think that's a key part of really being able to generate velocity is when you land with that front leg, you got to have some more body weight back behind you so then you can transition and put a lot of weight or a lot of force within your body going forward, and then just use that snap within your arm in order to generate the throw. But there's definitely a synchronization between utilizing your lower body with your upper body in order to generate force. And I think we see it again with this other throw, is that you need to be able to generate a lot of force with your lower body. You got to be able to have that strong hip rotation. You got to be very stable in that front ankle, and then you also have to have the shoulder strength, really from a deceleration side, to be able to throw that 90, 95, 100 mile an hour fastball. So if he didn't have the strength and stability within the shoulder, he wouldn't be able to reach those 100 mile an hour numbers because he'd just throw out his shoulder. But because he has such a strong shoulder and such a good scapular positioning, he's able to build that power within the lower body, and then is able to really harness it and utilize it within his shoulder. So just wanted to get into some information of really how Hunter is able to create the large amount of force and throw the ball as hard as he's able to do at such a young age. So I hope everybody's able to learn again and take away some good information here. Hunter, good luck with everything. We've been watching you. Congrats with the success, and we continue to watch you going forward and are rooting for you, man. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, go ahead and reach out to me. My email is Morey, M-O-R-E-Y, @yourperformancelab.com. And then also check out our membership videos. You could also send in throw breakdowns. There's a lot of different things that we do within the Performance Lab. Just check out our website. And if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to answer it for you. Thanks, and we'll talk to you soon.